Okay, I'm ringing you. Christopher Browell again. Around about midday. Let's see if the phone's off or if it rings or what. I think the phone will be switched off. Let's see what happens.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for
Switched it off.
07769247196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Oh yes, good afternoon, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussain here regarding my brother Talib Hussain. Today is Wednesday the 13th of September 2023, and once again I'm leaving yourself a message. Obviously what you've done now is you switched off the phone after receiving my messages. It makes no difference. I mean, the reality is that if you choose to not engage with me whilst after having kidnapped my brother and choose to be effectively put your hands in your ears and hand in the ground like an ostrich trying to ignore the situation, that's not my problem, is it? I'm ringing up every day. I'm ringing up every day because every day I'm charging you £1 million for the nefarious actions that you, the council, have done. So yeah, I'm going to ring up every day and leave a message. What you're going to do is you're going to try to avoid me, discombobulate the situation, pretend that something's okay when it's not. My brother is now obviously in your custody for over a month now. What have you achieved? You wanted me to get him registered with a GP practice whilst not have any legal authority in place for you to simply come and kidnap him and register him with a GP. Who has authorized you to register him with a GP in Bradford so you can collude and conspire with? All right, you've basically abducted my brother and are making him your private property to do with him as you please for your best interest, to maximize the profit and gain for yourself and cause enough suffering. What about my brother's choices? What about my brother's ability to make his own decisions? What about catering for my brother's needs over your own selfish needs of financial plundering and profiteering? I don't know what you people think you're playing at. This is totally unlawful and illegal. I'm trying to ring up the police to find out what's happening. Nobody wants to tell me anything. And yet it's my brother's birthday coming up and this is a repetition of what you did 5 years ago. You seem to think, oh well, we'll try something. If it fails, it doesn't matter. We'll try again and again until we get a success. Why don't you try to be benevolent? Why don't you try to achieve the things that you set yourself to achieve? You can't achieve those things, can you? All you can really achieve is murdering people and destroying families and destroying relationships and destroying everything. That's all you're really good at doing, is destroying things, demolitioning. Good at demolition but not at creating things. You're not ability to create, and everything's falling apart around you and you're targeting me and my brother. Okay, this is totally unacceptable. Today is another lovely sunny day that me and my brother should be enjoying peacefully at home without disturbing anybody. Okay, my brother's at home. I made provisions for him. This is £100 million and £250 million, a £350 million care home that I've created for my brother. What have you done? How much money have I spent on this place? You've not spent any money. All you've really simply done is abuse your position of authority, got the police involved, kidnapped my brother, and now nobody knows what to do. You've endangered his life. He was fit and healthy on the road to recovery whilst he was with me. He was in the car sitting and having a normal day. You've just come down with the police within half an hour, arrested me and abducted my brother, and now you won't tell me anything, and you're thinking that, oh, because we'll switch off the phone, we'll say we didn't even get the messages. It's your responsibility to get the messages. I've recorded all these messages and I've obviously uploaded them to the internet, so you can't come into my house and steal my hard drives like you've done in order to sabotage my efforts. All right, everybody's going to listen to these calls that you're now looking to pull your fingers in your ear and ignoring. You are endangering my brother's life. You need to provide me with clarity of understanding. My brother does not speak or read or write English. He's a vulnerable adult. He's given me full authority to act on his behalf. All you've really done is, as a local authority, use public money, ratepayers' money, taxpayers' money to buy off the judges and the judiciary and the police and everybody else in order to say nothing wrong here, everything's going fine. And it clearly isn't going fine, is it? Everything's falling apart and you're effectively targeting me and my brother in order to achieve your objectives and in order to achieve your narratives, in order to tell everybody that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, in order to justify your own paychecks at the clear expense of me and my family members suffering. My brother is suffering right now and and you're refusing to engage with me, you're refusing to speak to me, you're refusing to have any contact with me. I'm sending emails daily to your solicitor, asking them under what legal framework have you taken my brother. Just simply provide us with some answers. And your attitude is, we don't need to speak to you because we've got what we wanted and we're going to win. What are you going to win exactly? All you're going to end up winning in is end up murdering my brother, like you've ended up murdering my mother. This is a plan that you put together to exploit people's vulnerable people's finances and murder them and exploit and plunder from them. This was not acceptable, Mr. Browell. I was always being courteous and respectful to you. I always contacted you. I always give you reassurances every time you asked about my brother, that my brother's okay. And conversely, you're simply choosing to ignore me. I need to see my brother. I need to be sure that he's okay. No doubt he's suffering. No doubt you've got him in some sort of care facility, medicating him without any permission. You're going to be giving him vaccines or as you please, without any kind of independent oversight, without any family involvement. No doubt you're recruiting my sisters Shaida Haldar and her brother Adalat in order to meet your objectives as you have done in the past. All fraudulent, all criminal, all absolutely horrendous that you're doing, and you simply believe as a local authority that hey man, we can do whatever we like, we are the authority, nobody can hold us to account. But the people of Bradford, the ratepayers of Bradford that are paying for your services, all right, that are paying you in council tax, can hold you to account. I can hold you to account, and God willing, everybody will hold you to account for what you're doing right now, in torturing me, in torturing my brother, psychologically abusing us, financially abusing us.
15 seconds recording time remaining.
15 seconds recording time. All right, Mr. Browell, I'll call again tomorrow, and I'll continue to call. You can keep your phone switched off, and you can continue to be ignorant of the matter and neglectful of the matter that you didn't receive anything. All right, you're obliged to me and my brother. You can't do this to my brother, but hey man, you do whatever you like. I'll call again tomorrow, and I'll continue to call until I get a resolution.
Time has expired.
Expired.
To leave your message, press 1. Message sent. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So I'm having to leave a message every single day, all right, in order for them to do their job properly, and they've simply abducted my brother, holding him hostage and at ransom, so I don't whistleblow on their systemic and endemic failures in adult social care. They've got nothing. But this is my brother's home. They can't just simply force him into a care home without any independent legal authority. And the way they choose to do that is buying off the judges, but they have not started that process. He's gone from here. It's been over now nearly about 35 days that he's been gone from here. I have no idea where he is. I've got no idea how his health is. He's got no idea where we are. Basically, he's been captured and held hostage, and we are being denied any access or any information for our beloved brother, vulnerable beloved brother, that they're now looking to exploit and plunder from, so they can say that we are acting in his best interest, just as they did in my mother's case. We're acting in your mother's best interest, and then I ended up forcibly vaccinating her and murdered her. Now I'm trying to get in touch with the CCG about what you've done, and they're saying, oh, we don't know, it was not us, it was a court of protection. Everybody's now pointing the finger at everybody else. Why did you do this? You did this initially in my mum's case, and now you've done it a second time in my brother's case. There is nothing that stops these people. They just continue to roll on, irrespective of the laws, irrespective of anything. We've got an objective. We're going to achieve that objective, and that objective is to commit tyrannical oppression and not abide by the law, and we'll do whatever we like because we're above the law. Absolutely horrendous, absolutely disgusting, absolutely, I don't know what to say. There's nobody, everybody's involved. There's nobody I can go to. The Office of the Public Guardian, the courts, the judges, the judiciary, the judges, the Office of the Public Guardian, the Care Quality Commission, the Information Commissioner's Office, the police, West Yorkshire Police, Greater Manchester Police, Bradford Council, spearheading it all off, the GP practices, the clinical commissioning groups, or the new ICB boards. All of them are colluding and conspiring in order to protect and safeguard Bradford Council and their malevolence and fraud and corruption in adult social services. And there's no one I can go to or nothing I can say because everybody